Well, hello, beautiful people. My name's KIERON Seamons. This is my inky world, and I'm just enjoying a nice cup of mulled winter tea. And it comes bought by me by my lovely friend Natalie, and it comes in this lovely little hand. You see a little hand, like a little okay hand, and that's all the tea inside it. Smells fantastic. And that's filled me with loads of energy and loads of excitement to do the next drawing. So stick around and we'll do a drawing. Just for you. Let's do some drawing. Okay, camera, lights, and action, and all that stuff. Right, we're going to get into a little drawing today. And again, it's a little one. I found these two little half size. I shouldn't say half size, it's an A4, and it's quite a standard drawing size, but I just thought it would be cute to do a nice small drawing. A nice small drawing with a nice big brush. How does that sound? Let's start with that one. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay. Oh my God, that's a mess. Right, let's see where that's going to take us. It's going to take us into the realm of beauty and excitement. That's where it's going to take us. Yes, I've got some liquid in there, and I'm going to just see where it goes. I got my very weird jacket on today, and I love it because I love the big buttonholes on it. Look at that, it's crazy, isn't it? Looks like I've already thrown my ink all over it. Right, so I kind of see like a kind of Batman type of character in it. As I'm looking at it, that's kind of what I see. And I'm hoping I can dry that ink out a little bit. I'm sure it will dry as the drawing proceeds. So I will go ahead with what I see, and we'll see kind of where it takes. In an odd way, it reminds me of my one of my old favorite artists, who was Don Martin. If you don't know Don Martin, go and see Don Martin. He used to draw the Captain Klutz many years ago, and it was a comic that comic character, I should say, a comic character that ran in the Mad magazine. It ran for, I don't know, well, I'm not quite sure how long it ran, but it was one of the very early characters that I picked up. And I actually picked up a signed drawing, not for me, but it was done for a lady and her husband passed away, and it came to me. But it was a superhero character, and he was called Captain Klutz. And the idea was that he kind of fell down through goes to kill himself, jumps off this building and falls all the way down. And as he kind of lands, he lands on some like bank robbers or something like that. And as he's falling, he kind of gets wrapped up in laundry. All the people's kind of underwear and stuff like that. Long johns. I do remember long johns. I do remember having to find out what long johns were. Let's give him a kind of tie around his neck. That'll be his cape, and I'll throw in a cape somewhere back there. So maybe we're going to be, well, yeah, It's kind of odd how I just saw that. It was like, but yeah, one of my very early comic loves was indeed Captain Klutz. I never understood why it never really became a TV show or something like Wonder Woman, you know, or Batman, especially the first kind of more comical version of Batman back in the day. Well, back in the day, it was before my day. There we are. I guess it's kind of like it reminded me of his mask, you know, that kind of Batman styled mask. Maybe that's what it was. And you'll see in a minute when I put some eyes on. There we are. Now you can see it, right? And he was a fantastic character. One of the very first characters I really wish I had come up with. He was just so full of fun. It was just magical. Captain Klutz. And they used to come in these tiny. I don't know when Mad magazines became big, but they used to come in this little format, like about that big. So all the Captain Klutz drawings were very, very small. And I've got this beautiful drawing on my wall of just one of the faces, one of those kind of Don Martin styled faces. And then he just wrote D. Martin underneath. And it was just such a beautiful, simple drawing. It was just absolutely delightful. But really captured his style, really captured his kind of moment, you know. It's like, there's something beautiful about meeting these people rather than just kind of buying it in some kind of junk shop auction or whatever. There's something very beautiful about meeting the person and them writing it for you. I have something by Ollie Johnson, Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, back in the days of Disney, and they signed my book. I went to this special cinema showing, and they had been showing some of the classic Disney animation and which scenes and stuff that they had worked on and how they approached it, and it was absolutely amazing. As a young man, I was obsessed with all the Disney animators, and Milt Kahl and people like that were just geniuses. I mean, they were taking people out from being architects and stuff like that they're pretty amazing at drawing anyway, and then putting them into these situations about drawing cartoons. And Milt Kahl was one of them, and a lot of his early drawings were just absolutely delightful. So I got Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson to sign their book at the time. They'd come up with this book, and they were doing it at the British Film Institute, the BFI, and they were doing this talk with them on stage, and they both signed my book, and it was I still have it. In fact, I don't think I open it just to look at the signature and then close the book back up and put it back in its plastic. That's kind of how precious it is. I don't display it anymore. Oh, I should display it, I know. All right, what are we going to call our superhero? In his underpants. Let's give him a nice big belt. And these small drawings were part of this idea I had about maybe doing some small A4s to kind of sell off and see where things go. Again, I want your comments on it. What do you think about it? I don't usually sell my works, so I sell prints, but I never really sell originals. So what are we going to call him? We're going to call him Captain Sausage or something. Let's call him Captain Sausage. Why not? So that he has a very big kind of S on his chest. But it won't be a Superman, it'll be a sausage, Captain Sausage. Just in the honor of Don Martin. The wonderful, the delightful Don Martin. And we'll do it in a square. Just so that it doesn't offend anybody. Any of these S-man with a big triangle on his chest. Okay. And I will try and put some watercolors on these just to kind of make them a little bit more delightful. And I will write Captain Sausage on it. This nib is starting to drive me mad. I don't like it when the nib starts to go floppy. I mean, I know I'm pushing it a lot and bending a lot, but I don't like it when it comes. Can't bear you. Can't bear you anymore, sorry. Much better. Captain. Captain Sausage. There he is. Captain Sausage in his lovely underpants. And again, just for a little bit of more kind of that kind of Don Martin humor, I will draw him not in lovely briefs, but I'll do him in some Y-fronts, which is kind of like a little bit more funny. So if you want a nice drawing of a Captain Sausage, a superhero on your wall, this is the one. This is the one for you. This is the one. Because there will only be one. I won't be drawing him again. Yeah, I find it quite hard to hold this paper in position because it's so small. I'm not used to it, you know. I'm constantly having to put my ink down because it's sliding all over the place. And these drawings will be signed, so which will be nice. I don't know, will it be nice? Maybe I'll do it on eBay like I did last time. Might be kind of a little bit. I find it's a little bit fair than the people that wanted to have a chance then. Right, let's get a brush and seal this drawing. Oh, don't run away. So Captain Sausage, there you are. That's who we have drawn today. And I will wait for his eyeball to dry before I fill it in. But I'm sure whatever you pay for the drawing will be about the same that it cost for the ink, probably. So, and that's, you know, that's kind of like us artists do need money. It's a myth that we are all millionaires and drawing by our swimming pools. Mr. Miro seen the postman. There we have the wonderful, the delightful, and I will show you a painted version of this. It will appear. You'll just have to be watching the videos over the next few days to catch what happens. And there we have our wonderful, our absolutely wonderful, slightly crazy Captain Sausage. And so, that's a very quick little drawing today. I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy. I think it does look nice. And the whole point of these drawings is to draw something probably that I've never drawn before. And maybe you can even give me requests. Maybe you could say, hey, Kieran, can you draw a whatever. Maybe I could just kind of draw them up and stick them on eBay, and you guys can kind of have a look and see what you think. Does that sound like a good idea? It'll be a limited time. I'm not going to do it forever. I don't really like giving my drawings away or selling my drawings. As you know, I don't really like doing it. So it would be a nice chance to get a one-off, get something special, something that you might never see again. How's that? And now there is a lot of people on the channel. But I still don't get paid for the channel. So I'm doing all this just out of my own love, my own desire, my own passion. So at some point, this channel is going to have to make me some money. God knows what's going to happen. So, Captain Sausage even assigned it. So, that will be today's drawing for you. Quite a rather silly one, I must admit that. But really quite a beautiful one. I feel like he's kind of like bursting out of the bottom of the page. So, and for all those people that do subscribe, you're wonderful. And the people that haven't, please do. Please come and join the fun. That's all it is. It's just some fun. And for all those people that have sent donations, you are greatly, greatly appreciated. You keep me in ink, and I love you for that. I do. So that is today's drawing, Captain Sausage. I never thought I'd be drawing as a superhero today. But again, you know, that's part of the beauty of the channel. It's part of the surprise element of every day. It's like we don't know what we're going to draw. We don't know what our mind is going to throw on the paper. Can throw anything on the paper. We just don't know until it goes boom like that. So that is today's drawing. Thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure to have you, and I will see you again very, very soon for more drawing. How's that? What did you think of Captain Sausage? Send me a message. I'd love to know. See you very soon. Bye-bye.